Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So Friday closed with buyers in firm control, and in the overnight session we saw a continuation move into the 59 to 61 resistance zone from Friday, where responsive sellers were active, and at this point the market is very balanced. So heading into the open, the main question is whether there is sufficient broad market strength and momentum to really continue the buying that we saw on Friday. The market's already hit the short-term resistance area in the overnight session, and we have already seen a response there. So if we continue to tag the 58.75 to 60.75 zone, it would open the door for eventually a breakout above that area for a test of 63 to 64 and potentially higher into the 68 quarter to 69 quarter and 74 quarter to 76 quarter. Now we would have to see a decent amount of volume and sustained upside momentum in order to reach the extended zones at 74 quarter, 76 quarter, but a breakout attempt above initial resistance is very doable today. Doesn't mean that it has to stick or that it has to continue and sustain. That's something we'll have to monitor and measure in real time, but the market can certainly attempt to break out above initial resistance, and then if it's doing so on strong internals, strong upside momentum, then it could actually continue going higher into 68 quarter, 69 quarter, and possibly beyond, depending on volume and momentum. On the downside, we have initial support at 50.5 to 53, and that's still a zone where buyers can hold ES above it. It's an aggressive area of support, but if the market is truly strong, then even that zone has potential to hold. In the event of a failure at 50.5 to 53, we could see a move down into the 45 quarter to 47 quarter and potentially the 38.5 to 41 zone. And then we have a support level at 42.75. Now, given the larger time frame bias, which continues to be bullish, and given the strength that we saw on Friday, unless we're hitting down on very weak internals and sustained downside momentum, the expectation would be for responsive buyers to be active and defend the support zones at 45 quarter to 47 quarter, and especially 38.5 to 41. And 38.5 to 41 is an area that has potential to cap the downside, shut off the selling, and then ES can reverse from there and continue to balance within a range. So at this point, in order for the buyers to maintain the strength and control we saw from Friday, you don't really want to see ES breaking below 38.5 to 41. That would be a bit of an extreme on the downside. And like I said, there's even potential for ES to hold right here at 50.5 to 53 and then just balance, turn back around into initial resistance, and eventually attempt a breakout above that zone. So our focus today is going to be more on the long side at support, and we would have to see some very clear and strong signals pointing to sellers gaining control in order for us to switch that bias or back off a bit from the long side. But as long as we're not seeing any clear downside momentum or any clear signs of weakness, our focus will be more on long setups targeting a move back into the initial resistance zone with the potential for a upside breakout. And then again, if that upside breakout is on broad market strength, participation from the other markets, and sustained upside momentum, then it does have potential to go up into quite easily into 63, 64, but even beyond into 68 quarter, 69 quarter, and the final upside objective, which doesn't have to be tagged today, but the final upside objective would be the 74 quarter to 76 quarter zone. And then we have last week's high at 77.5, and that's an area where the sell side can be active yet again. So those are the main thoughts heading into the open. Let's see if the buyers can really maintain the control that we saw from Friday as well as in the overnight session, and we'll take it from there.